imagine schools going on strikes. A case in point is Moiti girls. Never in history has Moiti girls ever gone on a strike. We had Kipsigis girls the other day. We had Cheptenya boys panning down their dormitory. Polytane boys was just something else. They panned the entire school. They destabilized all the system. It became chaotic. I hear the boys, invaded teacher staff quarters. They were cooking in the night. And they even attempted to jump through the fence to the girls' school, Lithuanian girls. So, two quick things as we emphasize and sympathize. Yeah. I have had an engagement today with the county commander and our security forces. I am very happy and commend them for the work and the steps they have taken. As we talk now, 10 boys have been arrested. You saw in the social media coached by the CCTV, some were brandishing machetes, some were, carrying knives, which they broke in their store. And I'm happy and I want to commend the county security team, the CCIO, and our county commissioner who have acted with speed. 10 boys have already been apprehended as we speak now. That's the report they have given me. These 10 boys will be able to lead the security team into investigation. Okay. As we do so, and it's very important to indicate this, we also want to say that as we condemn this heinous act, it doesn't just stop from there. I am organizing a meeting with the county education team, the county education. I've also reached out to the regional team so that we come and sit down and look into both the systematic administrative problems of the institutions that we're having in Kericho, look into the internal challenges it could be, look into the external challenges that it could be in. Okay. And by so doing, it will also help us to get to the deep root of the problem. So Lithuanian boys is among them, but we also go step ahead to take a stock of all our institutions within Kericho County and even Kenya as a whole. As the chair of COG, we still want to call upon the school administration, the board of management, that my advice is that let the board of management read from the same script with the school principals and the school administration and the teachers, so that and the parents, so that we seem to have a concerted effort in making sure that our schools are well kept and they are okay. Even as we look into the bigger discourse, we have said, Trevor, in the past, that what was causing a rampage in our institutions was the fear for exams. We did away with exams, and today people are transiting from one grade to the other one. But we still see unprecedented challenges. So even within COG, which I chair, we'll be able within my committee to look out with the CS education, which I've spoken to, CS Ogamba, very good minister there, so that we seem to get into this problem, because it is also a moral problem. How do you imagine young men, young boys, riding cows like horses in the night? Those are criminals. In fact, if anyone is saying that the behavior of those children is okay, because I've heard some funny stories that they were denied to watch a game. What is the relationship of a game or a match and bringing down millions of property institutions and riding a cow like a horse? How did they come together?
All right.
These are criminal elements.
We'll keep following up on that. But, the moment we advertised that we're coming to Kericho, all the Kenyans who are watching always just remember that you were impeached just a couple of days ago. In fact, just 3 weeks ago. First update, Kericho and Kenyans, the outcome of your impeachment. How has that been received?
Well, we've gone through our share of struggles as a county. We have had our successes, which we are going to share, and also our loss. This is one of the few governors in Rift Valley that have gone through myriad of challenges since I took over. I was among the first governors in this region to be impeached by the County Assembly of Kericho. That was last year around October. And we were impeached. The threshold was not met. We came back from Senate because the threshold was not met. Just a couple of months ago, I was again impeached, which is a very, very emotional and a very painful process. This time around, the County Assembly decided in their wisdom that because Senate has said they need 32, and they didn't have 32 in the previous impeachment, then they must walk around and figure out something to make 32 votes. So how do they do that? They come in the night, they install gadgets for voting, which when you're voting, it is beginning with some percentage of 6 and something like that one. The intention is not to impeach the governor or just to impeach, but to make sure, because Senate had said we need 32, then we must get 32. And this is why they added one to be 33. What am I trying to say? Impeachment processes in this country, and it's very important to mention this, in the US, for example, which we borrow our constitution heavily from. If you read the US history in their mature dispensation of democracy, not more than 7 governors has been impeached on all that time. In Kenya, it's quite the other way around. Impeachment is 99.9% not about service delivery, but it's about settling political scores. It is about groups of people that come and say, I don't like this governor. I'm not okay with this governor. Or maybe this governor, if it's get there to the future, it can be a problem. So what could be the easiest way to do? Let us impeach this governor.
So this was about settling political scores, according to you.
Let me tell you one.
Nothing to do with abuse of office.
Let me ask you,
the MCs keep saying.
My brother Trevor, let me give you this example. The first impeachment of Governor Dr. Mutai did not meet the threshold, isn't it? Isn't that so? But it forced its way to Senate. The second impeachment was again rejected on the basis that it never, that when he wakes up early in the morning, his intention is just to make sure that whether the process is followed or not, this governor must get to the Senate.
But you're saved on a technicality, but not the intention of the MCS to kick you out. That intention still exists. How do you intend to make peace with the MCS?
Let me just finish, because this is very important. The process is as good as the content. You know, in some good literature, which I know you are fast with, they always say is that we argue about form and content, right? So the form is as good as the content. So what validates the charges in an impeachment is the number. Because when you say this number has voted and it has met a threshold 2/3, which is given by the same constitution, then it means then that the charges are valid. So when we say that we will ignore the process and go into the content, then speakers in this country will be waking up in the morning, or any other politician will come in the morning and say, since I feel that this governor is guilty, I'll just write and have 32 or whatever number it is worth in that particular assembly and take it to Senate. Let me refer you to the case of Waititu. How was Waititu impeached? There were no numbers. But the system at that time, Uhuru Kenyatta, wanted Waititu out. Before it gets to Senate, he was out. These are the gentleman Songo in Nairobi. The same process. So what I'm saying is that there is a thin line between the issues and the political attachment towards a political process.
So with that same statement, does it mean the system wants you in?
Those are your words.
But you said those are being removed because the system wants them out.
I said Chichu and I say Songo, but I didn't say me.
Okay. How do you intend to make peace, Governor? Because you've mentioned last year there was an attempt, 3 weeks ago there's another attempt. How do you intend to make
one
peace?
Is that indeed, I want to be very candid to the nation, that impeachment processes disrupt government services. One of the things, and I want to say this, MCS are simply pawns of larger political matrices, of larger political competition. So there is a line of MCS which perhaps follows maybe a speaker or somebody. Others will be following maybe a senator, others may be following so and so, the governor. So often when this matrix comes in play, the confusion and the mire comes in place, and people then are called into a certain line. Going forward as Kericho County, you see, as a father of the county, even if things happen, you still have the responsibility of keeping the county together to allow for continuity, cohesiveness, and the stability of the county.
And how do you intend to do that?
What I have done already, I have reached out to religious leaders, senior religious leaders in the county. I have also reached up with the leadership of the county assembly, and we have reached out to the Kipsigis Miot, who are actually stakeholders in the county. Already a conversation is in place because we agree that despite our political competition and interest, the county is bigger than all of us. The services that our people require, as we're having today, is of much more essence than our political pickering and our political, competition for power. And today I can confidently tell the people of Kericho that first of all, we apologize as your top leader in the county on behalf of members of parliament, even the MCAs. We apologize that we have let you down, that we have treated you into tensions and uncertainty, but we commit, and I commit as the father of the county, that we are working on a process of bringing everybody together, our senator, our women, our MCAs, so that we all pull in the same direction to actually, actualize the promises that we give to our people.
Okay, so as we get into now Kericho issues, what do you say is the proudest achievement for you? What are you most proud of?
Number one, looking back, I've been in office for 3 years, despite all the struggles. We have had our share of political sauna and political challenges here and there. But today, I'm a very broad governor. That last year alone, I changed the lives of 3,600 youth. I came up with an equalizer education program under her ministry. What did we do? Fetuses are devolved. So what we did was that we picked 100 children competitively from vulnerable homes, from 100 in the 30 wards of Kericho, to make 3,000 young men and women. We took them to our fetuses, and I partnered with KCB, I partnered with ILOC, and we were able to provide for them as full scholars, not paying even a coin, to skill them. So we skilled plumbers, we skilled saloonists, we skilled those in welding, we skilled in tailoring and all that. And last year, Kipchima Murkomen was my guest. We had a colorful ceremony for the first time in Kericho, where we were graduating 3,600 young men and women, and not just graduating them. With our partners, as we graduate them, the one who have studied saloon, we give him the kit to begin a business. The one who have studied tailoring, we give them the tailoring machine to begin his or her business. The one who has studied welding, and I'm happy and proud when you go to the wards and the villages today, you meet young men and women telling you, this is my saloon. One's telling you, this is my welding shop, and doing all these things, because the unemployment in this country is massive. As we are speaking today, Trevor, this year alone, we're going, because out of our campaign to reach out to the vulnerable, those who dropped out of school, surprisingly, not just who dropped out of school, even university graduates. Last year alone, at Chebigian Technical Institute, I had one of the students who graduated 2014 with a first-class honors, not second law. You get what I mean. First-class honors in environmental science, and he enrolled to study a diploma, a certificate in electrical engineering. And today he's skilled, he can move around and do his job. For me, that is one of the key things that I'm abroad about.
We'll come to more of them. Let me hear what your CEC has to say on the Judith Chechiro on this, because, ECD is devolved now. So what would you say is the greatest achievement in terms of ECD? Do we still have young children learning under trees in Kericho?
Thank you. Since His Excellency, the governor, took over, we have had massive strides in ECD. First of all, we don't have learners learning under trees. We have managed to construct 100 ECD classrooms that are learner-friendly. We have managed to buy desks and chairs for our ECD learners. We have managed to buy books for our ECD learners. So we don't have ECD learners learning under trees. We have classrooms that we have built, and also we are renovating those ones that require renovation.
You mentioned 100. How many more do you intend to bring up? What is the target?
We have 900 ECD centers in the country. There are those that are already in use, and since His Excellency came in, we have constructed 100, but we still require about 250 ECD classrooms.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me just clarify for you that one.
Yes.
What we are saying, the learning ratio of a child is supposed to be 1 to 30. In Kericho County, we still have situations. Yes, we have constructed more than 100, and we are targeting to do another 135 to make 235 in this financial year and the next financial year. Because the target is to ensure that in every of the classroom, we get the ratio of 1 to 30. I mean, one student, 30 children to one child. But we still have a challenge because we still have classrooms which are overcrowded, where we have, one teacher manning up to 60 children. And so what Wasili is saying, as we push to have the additional 135, is supposed to work on the gap to have proper ratio and have our children all attended in our classrooms.
Okay. Let me bring in Honorable Rob on this. Honorable Rob, you're in charge of the Department of Finance and Economic Planning. One of the biggest challenges for counties, and everybody talks about it, this is on-source revenue collection. What is the status of Kericho's on-source revenue collection?
Thank you, Trevor. Kericho County on-source revenue has improved tremendously since His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Eric Mutai, took over. By the time we came in 2022, we were paltry at around 564 million for on-source revenue. We have increased to 1,072 million Kenya shillings last financial year. And this is as a result of the automation that His Excellency, the Governor, put in place. We developed our own internal revenue collection system that was done by our ICT team. And this is a system that was tested by its CRA, and we were awarded 76% performance of the system. And we have seen results, because last year we were at 834 million. We started the new system in September 11th of last year. 1 year down the line, we have improved our revenue collection to 1 billion. So meaning the system is working. We have sealed the revenue leakages. And I'm assuring you, and I'm assuring the residents of Kericho, that now that we are cashless, we are no longer receiving cash, we have automated our revenue systems. Our revenue collection will go away in turning around the livelihoods of the people, because the money will be collected, we will budget for the same, and we will put into bigger projects like the SI projects, which His Excellency the Governor has started.
Okay. In terms of projection, what do you see as the ceiling?
This year's projection for revenue.
The target is 1 billion, but in the long run?
In the long run, the CRA has already given us a figure of 2 billion. And that was 2 years down the line. Now we are at 1 billion. This year, the 2025-2026 financial year target is 1.5. And we intend to achieve, because last year it was 1.2, and we attained 1 billion. We were short of 220 something million. So this year we want to increase to 1.5 billion. And I believe we will be somewhere near there.
All right. Now let me bring in Honorable Langat on this. Langat, you know, Kericho is known as a top tea producing county, and you're in charge of this agriculture department. What is the status of agriculture in Kericho, apart from just the tea?
Thank you, Trevor. Kericho County is doing very well in agriculture. Yes, apart from tea, we have diversified into other crops, majorly the coffee and cane, sugarcane. And very recently, we've started the pyrethrum in the upper sides of Londiani. And that is what we intend to focus on in terms of increasing the I would say the base for streams in terms of the agricultural productivity. We have also ventured into other areas, not necessarily within the crop area. For example, people would not imagine that in Kericho we have fish. And I would like you, before you go back to Nairobi, please have a taste of some of the fish from our ponds. So we have about 700 fish farmers in our county, for which since His Excellency Dr. Mutai took over, he has really focused and supported on the fish farming. So we've increased from 200, which is what we picked from the other regime. And basically, the trick is give them fingerlings, give them training, and give them the pellets in terms of the feed to start up this particular activity. We have also ventured into milk. I'm sure you are aware that Kericho County, for example, we produce a lot of milk, by the way, 220 million liters in a year. But these Kalenjin people, they drink a lot of milk. So what is available for sale is only 10%. So we are talking about something 22 million liters to around 30 million liters in a year. And that is sufficient enough for us to even run a value addition factory or industry, which we are basically working on one now under the Kericho District Cooperative Development Union for Kericho Dairy District Development Union, which we are in the advanced stages of acquiring our own processor. So I'm sure in another few months, a year, not less than a year, we'll be having a product that is truly Kericho in terms of milk production. All right. I also want to say that coffee has picked up so well this time around. Since His Excellency took over and when I joined government, he has managed to support the Department of Agriculture to distribute over 650,000 seedlings of coffee, not to mention the seeds. You know, there's a difference. Sometimes we get the seed and we give farmers to be able to germinate them and, you know, use them in terms of expanding the crop. But what the county government has bought for farmers to uptake is 600,000 plus seedlings. This is massive, and that has made Kericho to put its, you know, authority within the Kenyan map. So that recently we were declared the 5th largest producer of coffee in Kenya. And that's a very good achievement for us. I can tell you we managed to sell almost 4.2 million bags of clean coffee or green coffee for those who understand. And that's quite an amount. It's billions of money.
All right. I'll take a quick break here on NSPSI. When we come back, I'll open the floor for questions here. There's a microphone for all the CECs who are seated in front here. I'll give you a chance to respond to them directly. That's right after this break. Keep your views coming as well online at Trevor Bidi at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Citizen Monday Report. See you in just a bit.
Luku diriba, lukumpia, luku ni piam, piam, lukumpia, luku diriba, lukumpia, luku ni piam, 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 lukumpia.
Tunaingia vijijini, mijini na hata jijini kukuletea taarifa mchana kutwa. Usiku tunaketi kitako, tunadadavua tukichanganua taarifa na makala muhimu yanayokuhusu wewe na familia yako. Ungana na Bernard Ngozi kwenye Open Forum Political Show kuanzia saa 4 usiku hadi dakika zake kila siku ya wiki kwenye
Kutoka vijijini, mijini hadi jijini. Hii ni Sound County Talk Live. Kutoka vijijini, mijini hadi jijini. Hii ni Sound County Talk Live. Kutoka vijijini, mijini hadi jijini. Hii ni Sound County Talk Live. Sound County Talk is timely, accurate, professional, and affordable. You have a complaint or compliment, any question concerning our broadcasting, contact us soundcandytalk@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X at Sound Candy Talk. Call us on 0718 45 45 85. Sound Candy Talk is timely, accurate, professional, and affordable. You have a complaint or compliment, any question concerning our broadcasting. Tunazunguka kote kote mchana kutwa kukuletea taarifa na matokeo ya habari kutoka pembe zote za ulimwengu. Jioni tunaweka mduara wa kujadili taarifa zizo hizo kwa mapana na marefu. Ungana nasi kila siku ya wiki kwenye matukio ya siku saa 2 jioni kwenye Sound Candy Talk. Matukio ya siku, makao makuu ya habari kuu ya siku.
We have pushed coffee. When I took over 3 years down the line, coffee was predominantly at Kipkelion West. Today, Kipkelion is the 4 wards of Kipkelion is actively in coffee. The 4 wards of Soin Sigawit, Soliat, Kablelartet, and Sigawit, and Soin are actively in coffee. In Bureti, Kishara wards and the Personik wards are active in coffee. The reason why we are not number 5 is that we have expanded the base. Yes. We have employed 30 agricultural station officers, which I employed when I came in, plus our entrepreneurs who have gone out to do outreach to the farmers. As we speak today, Kericho is which had no cash crop. They used to rely only on maize. Today, we are doing 2 things for them. I have just completed building a miller for them to do value addition for their maize. And we are envisioning in the next few months that we are going to be purchasing a bag of maize between 4,000 to 5,000. This is miller, which is at Kedawa here, and you can see on their way. We're going to support the farmer, buy the maize at around 4,000 to 5,000 per bag. Then we produce our own Kericho unga. At the same site, that factory, we are also going to do feeds for animals to support cows and poultry. And at the same site, we are also going to do uji to support our children in school. At Bureti, I have just bumped 70 million shillings. And we have tendered out to do complete value addition of our pineapples at the Royal Factory. This is a factory which when I was in nursery, and you can imagine I'm an older man now, it was being talked about. Governments have come. The volumes has been there for 10 years. But today, for the first time, we have worked on it. We have allocated 70 million, and already the machines are on their way as per the contractor specifications, and we are going to get that factory running. What I wanted to mention, because I know you're going to give to the audience, and probably I will not maybe, I want to say that Kericho is an agricultural county. It rains 24/7. And the basis for the rural economy, and that is why agriculture is almost 90% developed, is supposed to put money in people's pocket. And that is why, away from these other value chains, I am proud today that Kericho is hosting West Valley Sugar Factory, which is doing value addition of our sugarcane. We have also Gideon Moi working on soybean sugar, which will make 2 factories. Why? Is because the county has provided a conducive environment for investors to do value addition and set up their factories. We are putting widows, we are putting the youth and the vulnerable in poultry value chain. And today, when you go to the rural economy, we've been able to distribute to more than 2,000 households kienyeji chicken, which they are able then to sustain their family and feed their children. But we have a colossal problem in the tea industry, because you see, Kericho is known for tea. Today, as we speak, not Kericho, but in the entire of this South Rift region, which includes Bomet, it includes Kisii, it includes Nandi and Nyamira, our prices are still fetching low. We are having a conference which I'm leading as the governor of Kericho County. I have talked with my counterparts, colleague governors, so that we have an auction center in Kericho. This will mean that our prices will go up, and you know, and be able to get to our people, you know what consume rate, because you cannot imagine, Trevor, that the an egg, kienyeji egg, and you know all a kienyeji chicken requires is just food around and a cook just to walk around, you know, nothing much. And an egg is selling in this town at 30 shillings. A kilo of tea, with all the effort the farmer is putting, is 20 shillings. You remove for the person who was harvesting and all that, the farmer goes home with around 7 shillings. So this is a narrative, and I thank the president that one of the things His Excellency the President through our conversation partnership today, His Excellency President William Ruto, we are also replacing the old machines in Litein Tea Factory and Tegad Tea Factory. This will enable us to have a new line of machines and push even into orthodox tea as a way of trying to have global competition. Okay, but before you give to my audience, allow me this 1 second to tell you this. We have mentioned about, you had asked me about our key achievements, and I would just want to share with you in 2 minutes something in health. Today, as the governor of this county, at the Referral Hospital, which was constructed in the year 1969 by the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, governments have come, devolution have come. Not even a single stone has been laid in that facility. As we are speaking now, we have almost a brand new facility there. I have removed the ancestors which cause cancer. I have revamped the hospital, and it is now having a semblance of a working, functional referral hospital. Within the same hospital, I am at the second floor now. We are building a non-communicable disease center, which we intend to treat cancer patients in our own county. At Sociot, Belgood sub-county, our whole sub-county, for a decade, they have only been having a health center. That is the third sub-county with a high population. Today, we are delivering for them 158 million, 2 floors facility. We have built for them two wards. We have built for them theaters. We have equipped them together with my brother, a very wonderful MP of Belgood, called Nelson Songa. We partnered with him. He gave me land because we didn't have land. And within this next year, we are delivering a level 4 facility for the people of Belgood. In Bureti, Cap Cadet Hospital, which only had 1 dialysis machine when I came in. Today, it has 5 dialysis machines. We are building a 58 million hospital at a place called Cheburgei to decongest Cap Cadet Hospital. Roret Hospital, when I came in, it delivered this first cesarean delivery last year. Not to mention that in town here, Kericho, and I want to thank the health professionals of Kericho who are doing a wonderful job. We were able to deliver a successful neurosurgery last year because we had taken our staff for further training and they came back with this knowledge. In Kipkelion, we are done with Fortenan. We are building a big hospital at Fortena and we have equipped with X-ray. Same thing to Kipkelion, and parts of Kipkelion is Kunyak, where, and I want to thank the governor of Kisumu, Anyang, who has been a very good neighbor. For a decade, our mothers has been delivering at Nyanza. Nyanza region, because they're good for. Dr. Mutai happened, and today I'm building a 58 million facility at Kunyak there. So the healthcare workers who, when I came in, they were stuck. In fact, they were on contract, trained high-skilled medical professionals. They were in contract earning 15,000 to 20,000. Other counties, when we came to space, we saw governors removing what you call the broom, and sacking and dismissing healthcare on contracts. What did Governor Mutai say? I say, let me build capacity. Instead of sacking or cutting them out, I employ them on permanent and pensionable terms. And today, Kericho County is among those people, the county has done that. I have increased the healthcare workers. I added 106 healthcare workers just last year. What is the intention? That every of our single dispensary will be manned by at least 2 healthcare workers at a given time, so that we don't have situations where dispensaries are closed from one point to the other one.
All right. Let me give the audience a chance. You painted a very good rosy picture of Kericho. Let's hear what they have. They are the ones who are here and they know where the shoe pinches. Let me start with you over there. You have the microphone. Yes, state your name and the question you have. Sorry, say your name again. Langat. Let's get you a microphone there. Let's get a better microphone there. Lindsay Tafadali, let's get a microphone there. Who has the other microphone? Yes. If you have... No, your microphone is off. Let's take that one, Tafadali. Yes, let's try that. I'm saying my name is Joseph. All right. The microphone is... Help the young man with the microphone. Switch it on, Tafadali. Let's start with you if your microphone is on.
Yes.
Switch this one. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, my name is Josephat Kimutai Langat, and I'm proud the governor has answered my question. I wanted to ask, maybe the CEC has got more input about what the county is doing to enhance or to reduce congestion in high volume facilities. Number 2.
That is the health.
Yes.
Health department.
Yes.
Okay.
So another quick question, the CEC to tell us maybe about this cancer menace that has become a big problem in our county. The services are very expensive and most of our patients are traveling far and wide. So tell us what the county is doing to bring these services close to the people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Langat. I believe the CEC for Health is here, Dr. David Ekwam. Where's Dr. David? Thank you. We'll get that question. Let's take the next question first. Yes.
Good evening.
Yes.
Just for debate. And my first question goes to the governor of Kericho County and our CEC of Health. I want to bat it because it's also fall under you. So the first one, when are you planning to reopen the Kericho County Referral Hospital? That is after closure for renovation and removal of asbestos. That's point number one. The common mwananchi over there are asking us, when are you opening the hospital? So Dr. Kwam,
okay.
Ready. The second one is the compliment to our governor. Our governor, Dr. Eric Mutai, has done a tremendous work in Kericho County Referral Hospital. Okay. Remember, for the first time, we are having a cardiothoracic surgeon. That is on Department of Health. For the first time, okay, we are doing surgeries. For the first time, we are not referring patients to MTRH or KNH for neurosurgical intervention. We are doing here in Kericho County Referral Hospital. Okay. It's only that, Trevor, yes, it's late. I could have taken you all around the hospital. It's a beautiful one.
Thank you. This is a question.
So, Ongera, Governor. Okay. However, we still have some specialty, especially in terms of doctors, like the urologist, we don't have in Kericho County. Hematologists, name them. There are many. Otherwise, Governor Ongera,
okay,
who make pillar break.
No campaigns, please. Let's just focus the questions and go straight to it. Dr. Okay, yes. Yes.
I'm Mr. Sang. My question goes to the governor. One of the grounds for your impeachment is that you are directing all the works to Chemosot, the word you are coming from. What do you have to say about that? Thank you.
Works to Chemosot. Okay, those are three questions. Let's start with the CEC first, and then I'll take the next three questions. We've agreed we're taking three questions, they get answered, and then we continue so that they're not forgotten. Yes, there's a question from Lagat.
My name is Jepon Stephen.
Stephen, that will be the fourth question. Just wait. Let them answer the first three, and then we'll come to you.
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Dr. There was a question from Langat in terms of what you're planning to do to deal with congestion in high volume areas and the cancer menace as well.
Okay, my name is Dr. Ekwam David. I'm the CEC member for Health Services, County Government of Kericho. On the issue of reducing congestion in hospitals, what we have focused on is disease prevention and health promotion. We have done this through our able community health promoters who are spread across the county. Secondly, we have done deliberate measures to ensure that we have increased the number of dispensaries so that most of our clients are attended at the nearest dispensary. At the same time, we have expanded the range of services that we offer in our health centers, including establishment of maternities and diagnostic services like laboratory and radiological services. So most of the facilities now are able to do X-rays and ultrasound in our health centers. At the same time, deliveries are now being conducted away from the main hospitals. We have one level 5 hospital, the Kericho County Referral Hospital. We have 6 sub-county hospitals. Before 2022, they were actually smaller health centers, and most of them we upgraded them to become proper sub-county hospitals.
Okay. There was an issue of our expenses when it comes to services on cancer menace.
Yes, what we have done is through the community health promoters, we are able to visit homes and be able to educate the public on the signs and symptoms of cancer. At the same time, we have recruited and also sent our healthcare workers for further training. We actually have more than 10 oncology nurses and 2 clinical officers in oncology. We have sent 2 doctors for postgraduate training in cancer management, and we have 2 medical officers also in the same area.
Dr. Langat's problem was how expensive those services are.
Yes.
Saying that they're very expensive.
Yes, in 2022, with Governor Mutai being at the helm of the county, we were able to begin offering cancer services in Kericho County Referral Hospital. And last year, we also expanded the services to basic oncology services to Kapkatet Sub-County Hospital. That is one way of trying to minimize the unnecessary referrals. Of course, we still have services that we are not able to offer, and that's why in the wisdom of His Excellency the Governor, we are establishing a facility that is worth 350 million at the Kericho County Referral Hospital to stem these unnecessary referrals.
Okay. All right. The rest of the questions are directed to you from Sang, saying works are taken to Chemosot, where you come from, and when will you reopen the Kericho Referral Hospital?
First of all, yes, it was very unfortunate Chemosot was impeached as a ward in a very unfair way. I will say this. When we look into the distribution of county programs, as a governor, the Constitution demands that you run administration that ensures fair, equitable of resources. I'll cite for you because you asked about the grounds for that impeachment. They had said I had done a water project at Chemosot at 21 million. But let me just tell Mr. Sang, at Londiani, which is not Chemosot ward, at a place called Chagorod, where the second of the motions come from, I am doing an 18 million water project in that ward, a water project which is 95% complete now. Next to his ward, called Kedawa Kimogul, I'm also doing Kibrengwe water project at a cost of 17 million to serve the wards of Kedawa Kimogul and Chepsion wards, where Honorable Rogoy, friend Honorable Rogoy, who was the motion mover, is coming from. I'm doing Sasur water project, which is the boundary of Kable Larset and Sigawet, where he comes from. The water project is costing us close to 20 million, and it is serving the wards of Kable Larset and also serving the wards of Sigawet, which is in their area. At Kiptere, I have completed a water project. At Kamashan, which is in Kipkelian West, I took over a Moriban project, which the contractor had left side. I came in, reviewed the contract framework, did variation, and today the 186 million Kimologit water project is 95% complete. Hidden Moi gave me a place to do a tank for treatment site. And today, if you go to Kamash and people are taking water along the sites, I am stretching that same water project to Chiljila ward. Already there's gone to Murau in Kipkelian ward. Not just that, at Kapkures, a water project which was stalled, I came in, did variation, contract variation, added another 30 million, and the contractor is back on site, and they're almost done to that water project. That is in Kipkelian. Okay. At Belgut here, we have extended intentionally water projects from the Kimugu treatment site. Today, I have taken that water in history. The people of Society never imagined they were going to get tap water. But as we speak today, I built a very big tank at Kaptoboite, which is just next to Kapsoit Center. I have stretched the water to Society Center to serve the market. I have taken the water to Tabloti, and I have taken into the villages and the neighboring areas. Okay. I am extending now a water project, which I have allocated 108 million, which is I'm picking up from Seretut here. And I'm taking the water project to serve the parts of Seretut, which is the Lower Belgut, Kablutian, and then the other tank will be done at Cheromit, a place called Cheromit. Yeah. And then the other tank now will be done at Kabartega. That water project will be serving parts of Pishara Ward and stretching all the way. While I'm a very generous governor, when I came in, there was a conversation with one of the donors to give the Itare water tank, which is in Pomet, some sense of life. You remember you've been seeing the screens that dispute that there is no water in Letain town. So when I took over, one of the requirements was required was land. Yeah. And I put land worth 14 million shillings in Letain. And today, through the intervention of the president, the World Bank is injecting 2.5 billion Kenya shillings to bring back Itare water tank. Itare will not only serve Bomet, We'll have pathways of water at Saseta, which is in Bomet, and then we'll be, we have been having dispute of electricity, and we'll have that water serving Bomet and this water serving parts of Burit.
Okay.
So
KRH opening.
KRH
Hospital.
Yes, we already functional services are operating.
Yes, Dr. You can
answer that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
When is the Kericho Referral Hospital being reopened?
We actually reopened the hospital 2.5 weeks ago. For outpatient services, and inpatient services began Monday.
And the urologists, he also said that is also another issue.
Yes, we have the plan.
Yeah.
We have budget to agree that I don't only have a public service board. The names are still at the county assembly.
Yeah.
They have not approved the names yet.
Okay.
But the moment I get the names, we intend to add additional doctors in different specialty.
Okay.
But I just want to mention something that the gentleman has, which is quite very key. Today, we are battling with very high bills cost of hospitals.
Yeah.
I want to single out, we have, when our people are taken to Greenfield Hospital, for example, within 3-4 days, we're having bills of 2.5 million, 3 million. When others are taken to South Rift here, it is cutting. And the cry for our people is that we need the referral back. So I want to tell the people of Kericho, we heard your cry, and already services have resumed, because people have realized that the government facility would you'd go to an oxygen, will do you oxygen, will do you all these things at a very affordable cost. Okay. But when you go to private hospitals, it's getting chaotic, and you see now the private hospitals are rejecting share. I saw you reading that one.
Yes.
And so the only hope for our people is the government facilities.
Okay.
And we want to commit to the people of Kericho that Kericho Referral Hospital is back to, if you don't mind about the kit, that we are doing the final touches, you can walk to our facility and you'll get services.
Okay. I'll take another quick break. When we come back, we take another set of questions here. It's all about you. Just keep the questions short and the responses also as brief as possible so that we get as many of them as possible. We're back in just a short while.